Okay, ready? 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 Ready?
What are you doing?
Ready, more. Oh, wait.
Hey everybody, Crew Blind way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we're back with an episode of Flash.
Wait, what?
Flash.
Yeah, get out of here.
Flash.
Speed away! No, you're fine. No, Melanie, stay. This is a crossover episode of The Flash, which is a musical.
Which was set up in the Supergirl episode.
It was. So we're all gonna watch it together. We're our own little crossover.
It was a it was a crossover just like they did last.
You suck.
Gotta do the dance.
Oh, well then let's do it.
Real quickly, last episode we did have a poll, and it was, which of these characters do you think is most likely Savitar?
Yeah.
And I even added a couple in there.
What?
Yep.
You broke the rules.
I did.
I want to have you in there and we said no.
You added Ronnie.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I remember that.
You did.
Ronnie's the
So-
right answer.
We have Jay Garrick, Wally West, Eddie Thawne, Ronnie Raymond, HR or Harry, they're a singular option, and Julian Albert. The least amount was Ronnie Raymond, Aaron's choice.
That was not my choice.
You added in 3%.
Just because he was there. Someone voted for it.
3%. 9% went to Julian Albert. 11% went to Jay Garrick. That I spelled that wrong too, by the way. 15% went to HR or Harry Wells. 25% went to Eddie. And 33%, the winner, went to Wally West.
I remember him being our vote before, was it?
It wasn't. But I put it in there.
You just added it.
Yep. I added that, and I added,
Ronnie.
No, you added Ronnie.
I don't think I added Ronnie.
Anyway, so that was out of 453 votes. That was a lot of people. A lot of people voted on that
A lot
one.
of people took part.
Should have had a none of the above option.
Nah.
Well, I burped mid sentence. The question was, which one of these options is most likely? So you just had to pick one.
I
of
wanted to
those.
put an other in there, but you didn't want to.
I think it's fun to not. Because if we did other, the comments would be nothing but it's fucking this and it's Iris. I'll tell you why. All that stuff.
And they'd just be wrong.
A lot of people were thinking Future Barry because of I am the future Flash, that part. But
No, that's silly. Because he's mad at Flash for putting them in there.
maybe he's mad at him for breaking up with Iris. So he kills. Seamus said, I think it's Wally. If you go back to episode 9, when he goes to the future, you can hear Barry call Savitar by a different name. It sounds like he says, Dallas, don't do this, but I think he's saying Wallace, don't do this. I don't know. I don't remember that part, but good job for researching. But I don't know if you're right or not. Robert said, I believe Savitar telling Barry, you witnessed my creation. So I don't really have a clue. He doesn't know. Flashback 007 said Harry is HR. That's what I was thinking. Aaron was right.
I said that!
Oh, and Savitar, he's not important. He's just a big evil speedster. Aaron's correctness is what's important. I just don't see Harry acting like HR. Ever.
I could see him doing it because he lies and stuff to get. Remember, he lied about gonna die or whatever. Well,
Yeah.
I will sometime. Why couldn't he just lie to be HR to be there with his daughter?
Kron said none of these. Even Earth 1 Hunter Zolomon would be more likely. Or Patty.
What?
Patty. Oh, I wouldn't even care if she was.
I know, right?
I don't think it's gonna be Future.
I'd like to see her run. That's what we're gonna go for right now, because there's a lot of long ones, a lot of theories and stuff. A lot of people thinking that it's actually Future Barry or Wally, Future Wally.
You should do that as the next poll. It's like, is it Future Flat? Is it Future Barry?
Possibly.
Or someone else?
Yeah.
See
someone else.
how close they think it is.
I was thinking maybe we'll have to watch the episode, but I was thinking this thing maybe like what was your favorite song or something, but we'll figure it out. But I do want to say, Aaron, before you hit the button though, I want to say with this musical episode, our reaction might be a little different because usually we can kind of cut up lines and make scenes much shorter so you can get all of our reaction. But with songs, that can be a little different. So don't be upset if like we don't include your favorite song or an entire song's not included or something like that. Know that we sat here and listened, and we'll talk about it.
We always
afterwards.
watch the whole episode.
Yeah.
Sometimes things have to get cut though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So let's see what gets
cut now.
this time.
I told you.
Oh
Everything's better in song.
no!
When you speak, it's just words. But when you sing, you open up your soul and let who you really are shine through.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh.
John!
My name's Monel. I'm Car's friend. Or more than friend.
Oh gosh.
We've been kissing a lot.
I thought you two broke up.
I tell you what, I know I'm not on this day night flash.
It's creepy. Hypnotoad.
What the hell?
Yep, she's singing. That's her.
My huckleberry friend.
There you are.
Whoa!
Who?
I don't have my powers.
Me neither.
When?
The name is Grady. I took all the keys around here. Say, you realize how we got the nickname Cutter, don't you?
No.
Because he likes to cut people.
You ask me, I think he's all talk.
Cisco.
And you were there, and you were there.
Except it's not really them. They're playing characters in a musical.
Barry, where are we?
One little detail, though, I should mention.
If you die here,
If you die in here,
you die out there.
you die out there.
Freddy Krueger style.
Lovely.
We're not singing for you.
No.
Any more? I mean,
Come on now, maybe just one little fun
Is he gonna sing with him?
You see, it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place.
Yay!
The world, you want the world to know. We won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. Oh, if you're looking down, put a little love
I didn't know Winky sang too.
Yeah, he was in Smash.
Smash, my favorite show ever.
will be a better place. All the world will
That's why we were wanting Win in there.
place for you and me.
Malcolm would be so pissed if he saw himself. Is that the lesson? Love in your heart?
Find him.
Whoa, wait, is that?
That's Garber! That's done!
Me.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
know.
love his
That was-
voice.
Joe!
Yes.
If anything happened to her, this town will run red with blood. Starting with yours.
We wouldn't want that now.
I'm glad we haven't seen someone that looked like Monel.
Oh, I hope he's in
Probably
there.
just punch him
They're
in the
together.
face
Hope
for
they're
the
in there
fun of it.
together.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Yes!
Told you they're
What's
busy.
going on?
We're in love.
Oh, gross.
I'm the reason Barry got whammied. We win and we lose as a team. I'm coming with you.
I'm coming too.
But this problem right here needs someone with
Okay, come on.
Haha!
Green skin and a sick ass cape.
Call me the Martian Manhunter.
I think you'll find that John's a lot more than just a pretty face.
Dude, Vibe, Kid Flash, and Martian
This is gonna be fun.
Manhunter.
I'm excited.
Recently, your work's been a bit off. You know what I'm talking about? I think maybe it's just that you're a little scared from what happened in the Speed Force. Is that it?
How's he know so much shit?
No.
Damn.
He has Flash's speed.
We need him to fight Savitar. Take Savitar's power. Put him
Dude,
to sleep.
awesome.
Headed towards 4th and
Damn,
Aspen.
Marcus.
Damn!
Got it.
He can fly.
Whoa.
How do you feel about a little 1-2 combo? I'm gonna open a breach. You'll be ready to hit something really hard on the B side.
Hitting hard I can do.
Well, let's get ready to do the same thing on the ground level.
Bam!
Smack.
Like it.
Oh, I love that. I love his landing too. Slide across the snow.
We were concerned.
Dads, there's no reason to be concerned.
Dads.
Dads?
You got a problem with that?
Listen and hear his reasons and try to see things from his point of view. Maybe,
Knew it!
maybe you'd understand why he didn't tell you before now.
See, Eric, I told you.
I just want you to be happy.
The guy has a guitar
All good.
back there.
They need to sing.
Velvet, I can wish you for the color of your coat.
He has such a good voice.
And fortune smiling all along your way. Mansions I can wish you, 7 footmen all in red, and calling cards upon a silver tray. And more I cannot wish, but more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. With a sheep's eye and a licorice too, and the strong arms to carry you away.
Gather up the boys. We're going to war. I had a feeling.
If they start
appreciate your
snapping,
honesty,
I'm
son.
gonna lose it.
We are going to war.
Get the boys.
No life.
Did he only
Did he?
try to rob that place to inspire Wally
What do we do
too?
now? We got
He's actually a
I
good
think
guy.
he's being a good
That'd be
guy.
me.
Times like these, when life is getting me down, and the world seems like it's gonna end. Ship, there's at least one power that we both still have.
Rich.
And that's the power of
Friendship.
I'm your super friend. Your
Yeah.
super friend.
Awesome.
I'll be there in the nick of time if you're ever in a spot.
And if you're not there in time, you can just go back in time and give it another shot.
I'm actually not supposed to do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Sing.
When you need a compliment, I can rattle off a dozen.
For instance, I have to say, I'm not impressed.
By your more famous cousin.
Oh!
Thank you. No one ever says that. When it comes to buddies, pal, you're the best.
I love you more than the lightning ball that wear on my chest.
If you're ever sad, I'll bring you flowers.
You can miss soprano as one of your powers.
If you're ever broke,
I've got the cash.
on my couch.
The trumpets in the background are the theme songs.
If you ever need a hand,
I'll be there in a flash.
Barry.
That was funny.
I'm your super that has a double meaning friend.
Nice.
Oh,
Wasn't that? Did you hear the trumpets? They were going, oh, and then there it was going the Supergirl theme too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Barry.
No!
If you die in here, you die in real.
Oh no! Not Joe!
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh!
Where's Monel and Iris? Yes, it worked. I can't believe it worked.
Laura, I'm so sorry I lied to you.
They're gonna solve both bullshit problems right now. Snow White. Shit, that worked.
Good thing they've been kissing a lot.
I guess your love really was strong enough after all. Beautiful. Man, how did you get out of the cell?
Cisco, do you really think that cell is gonna just like hold me? I believe in the good guys.
No.
I told you when we first met, it was to teach all of you a lesson.
Put a little love in your heart.
I think he must be a different dimension. Like,
Kind of like
mixing.
Mystic.
We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You better propose to that woman right now. He's gonna sing to this girl.
Can't say how the days will unfold. And all my life I promise to keep running home to you. Keep running home to you. Come running home to you. And all my life I promise to
The harmonics in the
keep
back are
running
flash
home
theme
to
too.
you. Can't change what the future may hold, but I want you in it. Every hour, every minute.
Sing yes.
Iris West.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Having deja vu.
The bullshit is over. Songs produced by Blake Neely. Okay, so he did the actual music for the musical then too. 'Cause I know they did writing with people from La La Land is what they had said, but he must have done the background arrangement. I in that one song, I definitely noticed like the trumpets were playing Flash themes and Supergirl theme as well, Super Friends
Super
or whatever.
Friends.
And even in this one here, you could hear in the background like when it was singing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The thing I heard in the last one, it sounded more of the piano's tune was kind of a different version of do 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 do.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
It
That's
was.
what I was hearing.
It was the one that
I didn't hear.
and it was.
But it could have. I mean,
yeah, it was.
with having the deeper tones of it and stuff like that. Those could have been like just the basics.
It also had. Flash has another theme too, and it's more of the emotional theme. Shit, what's it called? But I definitely heard that in this one too. It's almost always the themes like in the Speed Force last season, Runaway Dinosaur, whenever his mom is saying "Run, Barry, run." Mm-hmm. That theme, I felt like that was in there a little bit too. But shit,
isn't that also the like? It's still dun dun, but it's a lot more like.
No, it's not quite the same one.
And all my life I promise to keep running home to you, keep running home.
This one. That one. They usually play that during the very emotional parts, and I've heard a little tiny bit of that in that last song, I think too. But that was good. I'm glad Blake Neely was super involved with this, and it wasn't like handed off to someone that does musicals, you know, because he's so involved with these shows.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that was fun.
Oh yes.
I don't know how it's going to be put together in the edit, but that was fun.
I'm curious on the Music Meister himself because we didn't get a lot of information on him.
No.
The only thing we got was that he was an alien prisoner, which was what John Jones had said. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, well, where did he come from? They never said his name, and then like Barry just called him like this Music Meister.
See, they're only calling him Music Meister because Barry was thinking about musicals. I don't think he's necessarily a musical guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
but he could still sing. So I don't know. Or maybe he could just sing in that dream world. I don't know.
He very much reminds me of Mixie. Maybe he's another one of those fifth dimension characters.
I don't know.
You know,
because like, I mean, I don't know a lot about the character himself from like the comics or anything. But like when they talked about like where he's from, he's like, you guys wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
You know.
See, in the like I said, I don't know much about the original Music Meister either. But when I was thinking that he was an alien, I mean, they got him in the cell. All the cells do is dampen metahuman powers. A metahuman power isn't a alien power. Is that gonna do the same thing? But I think he just can get out of it anyway.
No.
You know?
Yeah, everything he did was just to put people in place for making them do their thing.
And I think that's what he did with Wally, too. Like, because he was using the powers he stole to break in somewhere. I think he was trying to get Wally off his feet, too.
Yeah.
You know
well, he was, like, teasing him. Like, you're not quite the same being scared of the Speed Force now and everything. And
he made Wally, like, man up.
Can you catch me?
Yeah. That was so cool. There's part of me that wishes that I could have seen Flash and the Green Martian together, but it was still cool that they got to shake hands at the end. You know,
that was a neat little trio too of having those three as like we're gonna go stop Music Meister.
Yeah,
it was.
Vibe and Kid Flash. And the Martian Manhunter.
And the little portal game that they had.
Honestly, to me, Siska doesn't go out enough.
Yeah, no, like he could be used a lot more. Like put him out there doing that with Flash all the time.
Yeah.
Making portals and he's just running through and popping out places.
Yeah.
It'd be so good. Dude, Stein just felt so different in this, didn't he?
Yeah.
Versus like his
bad guy persona was great, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was neat.
Stein was awesome. I was so excited to hear him sing because, I mean, he's an actual classically trained singer.
Yeah. Well, him and Barrowman are both stage performers, as well as Joe. Joe was Broadway, too.
I was really excited. And that fact that they did, like, a trio there.
Yeah.
Like, they put those three together.
That's the fun thing.
My God.
Like, those three are the stage performer ones that have been on stage singing, and they made them three do their trio.
Yeah.
I like that they did that.
And I like how Merlin's character is married to a woman, and that those two were placed as a gay couple.
Yeah, that was
funny.
Dads.
I really wanted to see who Malcolm Merlin was married to in this universe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was hoping that they would bring one more person in.
It's
Yeah.
It was interesting that because like in the real world, Barry had two dads. You know, he had Joe and Henry.
Yeah.
And then here, like Iris's character had the two dads, and it was.
I don't know if they intentionally named Mon-El Tommy to be Merlin's son, or they weren't thinking about it.
Well, they named him Tommy. What was it? Marin or something like that.
Yeah,
like
very
similar to Merlin, however it was. But yeah, I feel like they had to because
that was interesting.
It was neat when he was like, "Tommy, what are you thinking?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, give me like flashbacks of of season 1 Arrow. You know,
And I also thought it was funny that Stein got a daughter from a reality that was not real. You know, that's like, it happened to him twice, even though it wasn't really him in there. Like, but the Stein we have has a aberration daughter, and then the Stein here has a daughter that doesn't necessarily exist either.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
The only thing that let me down was the fact that I was waiting for them to snap anytime. Like, come on, let's go get the boys. We're gonna go out to war. Like, snap. Like, do it. Like, I mean, if you're gonna do West Side Story.
It wasn't West Side Story.
Have you ever seen West Side Story?
It's West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet. Like, all of them have like the same kind of. A lot of them have the same kind of idea of like, here's the boy and the girl, and they come from this family that doesn't like them, and they come. It's the same thing with Kara and Mon-El.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Krypton, and they're from Daxam, and they both don't like each other. It's the same stories over and over.
But they made complete reference to it. Barry's like, wow, it's like West Side Story.
Mm-hmm. I thought Fantastics. They also said Fantastics, which is funny because I think I'm at the point in Arrested Development, and like this one guy's like, I was in the Fantastics. They call me Mr. Fantastic, and at one point like Mr. F, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right? So when Kara went out there, and they just started playing, she just started singing the song they were playing. I guess I was wondering, like, if in the context of the show, is Music Meister making them sing, or are they gonna have to just make up these songs on their own?
Well, the one she sang it wasn't an original song. It was a song that.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So she probably, I guess, knew it from her musicals and stuff.
I was just wondering, like, in terms of the tone and the way his power was working, like, are they hearing music and singing?
They're choosing to,
or are they singing and music is being played for them? You know what I'm saying? Like how exactly? I'm stuck in my mind and I can sing a song. Like, do I just start singing? Am I thinking about the rhymes, or do I know the words?
Like, Wynn started playing music, like, why did Barry sing the words he sang?
Yeah.
I felt like that was, like, them just...
Like, are we to assume that Barry and Kara are very good at improv? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, being a superhero is pretty much improvisation.
I mean, the thing, though, like, if you want to think about it from, like, Flash's perspective, like, he can think quickly.
True.
You know? Especially if he had his powers.
Yeah.
Like, he could have just, like, hang on. Okay, and then
and we know he can write a good song because he wrote that. That was not Music Meister at the end. That was Barry singing a song that he wrote.
Yeah, did he just do that?
Yeah.
In that, like,
he must
couple hours?
Unless he asked for help or something.
Like, who did the music?
I don't know.
Like, he's like, hey, come back.
Yeah.
Look at my Music Meister, please.
But I like how the whole Music Meister thing is kind of like the happy version of the Black Mercy.
Kinda, a little bit, yeah.
I was like, hey, we kind of already saw something like this, but this is good.
Rather than trapping them there forever, it's like, hey, once you get through this and figure out what you need to figure out, you get out.
It's also comparable to last episode, The Flash with the Speed Force, with that using avatars from your life to talk to you. You know? I mean, that was just last week.
Yeah, Stein just sang last week.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Last week?
How did that go, Aaron?
He sang last week? Oh, dang it. That song, I swear, okay, after we watched Legends, it was stuck in my head for like 2 days. Then Melanie watched it, and she started singing all over the house. So then it was stuck in my head more. I'm like, stop singing it.
I'm like, I don't mean to. I was just stuck.
8 foot, right. Okay.
I liked who they chose for the Music Meister guy. Because from Glee, him and Grant Gustin's character have history from the show. And I find it funny that they came in and...
Okay.
I like that comparison and stuff with them.
So you guys have both seen him then before. I had never seen him before, so...
Well, that's why I like in Supergirl, like me and her probably like, what, him?
Yeah.
No!
So, I guess we could have your guys' opinion on, did you like him in this role?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. And
I couldn't
especially,
think of
like,
anyone better.
whenever he took off his jacket to sing the first number there or whatever, I was like, oh, I'm thinking of Warbler.
Sure.
Because they always, like, the characters that him and Grant Gustin played in that, they were always, like, well-dressed, like, tie and, like, blazer and stuff.
Uniform.
Yeah. That's how they were always dressed. And then there was times that they would take it off, and that's when they would sing when they were getting, like, more into it. So it was funny to see him do that, and then some of the dance moves they had just made me think of them dancing and singing. Because they would have, like, they were all a cappella, but, like, the whole, like, group of them would all dance in time and rhythm with the song and stuff. And
I thought it was really funny, like, the big joke in Glee is the fact that Music Meister, that character, always wore tons of hair gel to keep that poofy hair down, and there's absolutely none in this, and his hair is crazy.
He just has his hair going crazy.
I mean, having known nothing about him, I thought he did great in the as a character. I know a lot of people, like, when the Flash started, were like, I just can't see Grant Gustin as Flash. compared to his Glee character. He can't be the good guy or something like that, because I guess he was kind of like an antagonist.
Yeah, he was for
He's a
season
DB.
2 or 3.
Yeah, okay. But no, I thought it was great. And now that I'm thinking about it more, like, he was taking their power. In the first scene, that was Kara's speed. It wasn't Barry's speed because it had no lightning.
Yeah.
But whenever he fought Wally and was running from Wally, he had lightning.
Yep.
So is that to imply that Kara is faster than Flash?
I mean, they had a race before, but no one actually won.
Yeah, well,
they're both really fast.
Yeah.
But
they
also
only raced because she just threw him, right?
Well, yeah, but like they were racing.
Yeah.
But also part of it could have just been they weren't expecting him to have this speed.
Yeah,
and it caught him off guard, you know.
Because there are times when Barry can stop a bullet right here from hitting Joe, and then there's times where a gorilla gets him with a dart. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So the last thing I had was I love the dig at Superman.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of the song where he was like, you know, people are always comparing you to him. I don't think he really compares very well. Or whatever. I don't know the line.
I don't think it's that great.
I thought that was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. So I like that.
I don't think your cousin's that good.
And then this song, this episode was called Duet.
Oh,
I'm like, that's really clever. Because it's both of them crossing over. You know? Okay, that's all I got. Do some Q&As?
Yeah, let's do those and see what people said and what they thought.
Jordan said, do you think Joe and Stein would actually make a good couple in real life?
In real life?
Those characters.
Or in Flash life?
In Earth 1. Those characters might make a good couple.
No, I don't think Joe and Stein's characters would mesh well. The way Stein is.
It'd be a very dry relationship.
Stein is very scientific. He's very skeptical. That might meld well with a detective that relies on evidence.
Perhaps.
I don't know. Okay, Curiosity Kitty. What would Blind Wave's themes be for a musical? Any particular instruments or genres in mind? Calvin would be lead vocalist, they say.
What?
There'd probably be a song called Zip Strip. What other songs would there be?
Called Mailbag.
It could be Mailbag.
The Mailbag song. There needs to be a saxophone somewhere. I love saxophone solos.
Yeah.
Like Hungry Eyes. Like there's a saxophone solo in the middle of that. So good.
For those of you that haven't seen the Flash reaction to like when Savitar is messing with Wally's mind, in the beginning, they were going like, "All right, we did it," and Aaron starts going, "Yay, we did it, we did it, we did it," and then Savitar shows up, so he goes, "We did it, we did it, we did it, shit!" And I'm like, "Oh, Steve."
He's like, "I don't remember that in the song."
It was just you did it so perfect, like we did it,
we did it, we did it, shit.
So that would be a song as well, I think.
We did it.
Perfect Dora song.
Yeah, it would be that. And then the Yoo-Hoo song.
The Yoo-Hoo song has to be a song, yeah.
Darth Karas. On the topic of musicals, what are your experiences of them, and what is the favorites you've seen or been a part of? In terms of experience, I was Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. If I were a rich man. That one. I love that one. I was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. That one's a weird one, but that was good. We're gonna make it through the winter. That one. And then I love Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. I watch that all the time. 25th anniversary. Roman Kaguriko, whatever his name is. He's my favorite Phantom.
Kaguriko.
I like Gerard Butler in the movie and everything too, but I like that other guy, Roman.
Roman?
Yeah.
My favorite by far, leaps and bounds, is My Fair Lady.
I knew she was gonna say that.
That's my dream role.
Like, Melanie's is My Fair Lady. Melanie probably has the most because like she did choir and stuff in high school.
Yeah.
I did that in like elementary school and whatnot, but I didn't do it in high school, so we didn't have like musicals.
Mm-hmm.
We had like Christmas plays.
Sure.
And they had songs in them. I don't count those as musicals.
Then we have 3-4 local theaters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she used to perform in all those, so she has the most experience of that. That's your favorite musical? What about performing in?
Performing, no one knows any of them.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, Jungle Book. They're not like real musicals. They're like the off-brand.
Let's see. My favorite musical, Aladdin. Does that count?
Sure.
I'd say probably Rent, which is funny because like that used to be one of my like at first when I saw it, I hated it.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it, and then like
the movie or the show.
The movie.
Okay.
Like I've never seen the Broadway performance of it or anything.
Okay.
But like going like later on, I watched it again like a few years later, and I started liking it more, and I liked more of the songs and stuff. So
and Joe's in it.
Yeah, and Joe's in it too. Yeah, so like I've enjoyed. That's probably my favorite as far as musicals go. But I never performed. I did more stage plays whenever I got into high school when I was in like mock trial. It wasn't singing stuff.
Mock trial with Jay Ryhold.
I forgot about that. Is this too tight?
Jonah said, "Do you think Music Meister is a fifth dimensional being like Mixapitalik?"
I feel like he has to be.
Even the performance kind of reminded me of it a little bit.
He's just done things like he was tied up and it's just
and he knows everything.
Yeah, he said he could see everything.
He knew who Flash was, who Kid Flash was.
Yeah.
He knew who Supergirl was. He knew which Earth to go to find them. He knew that they were having issues.
Yeah,
he knew who they were having issues with.
It would be very easy for someone on a dimension like the fifth dimension to see all of that stuff. You know?
And then be evil with it.
Yeah.
But then again, he said he sees all, he knows all, so he already knows that Mixie Spitalik has already been there.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you guys wouldn't understand anyway.
Yeah.
So he's probably further than the fifth dimension.
I don't know.
Part of it could be that, like, maybe Kara would understand, but he wasn't about to tell Flash and all them. They already have to understand, like, all these Earths. Let alone having to understand that there's other dimensions that can see all these Earths and understand and control.
Well, theoretical physicists, I don't know if the number is 9 or maybe it's 12. They think there might possibly be 12 dimensions. Because we already know of first dimension, the second dimension, the third dimension. So from the fourth dimension, you'd be able to see everything in the third dimension that we couldn't see.
Yeah, because third can see second and first.
Yeah.
So as you keep going up, you can just see more and more.
Like if I have a flat plane, it's the second dimension, and I have a mark, there's a line here and a here and here. This guy can't see this guy because there's a line in the way. You know what I'm saying? But I can see it because I'm on the third dimension. I can see everything. So what would the fourth dimension be like? I don't fucking know. I think physicists say it's our dimension without time. I think it's what's supposed to be.
I've heard a lot of fourth dimension is all about time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just without time, if it's a matter of being able to manipulate time, or what it is.
Because time's just relative, so...
Daniel says, where does the episode rank for you guys among the other crossovers? Also, how dare they leave out Singing Grodd? I agree. That would have been great. Memories. That would be great. You know what? I can't rank with the other crossovers. It's just too different.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed, like, the Alien crossover a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing was cool. But it's at a different... It's very different than this episode.
It is very different. It's hard to rank, though.
I probably would say I like this better than the Flash coming over to Supergirl in season 1 Supergirl.
Yeah.
This ranks higher for me than that.
Yes.
Supergirl's only had those 3 crossovers, right? She had season 1,
I believe so.
Alien crossover, and then this one. So I would say this is better than season 1's crossover for me. I don't know that I could rank it on par, whatever, like right next to like the Alien crossover.
I do have to say that this... I'm so glad it happened because it had to happen. Out of all the musical musicians.
So many like talented like people in this. When I saw that Cisco had that like music video and the way he could sound,
yeah.
oh my
I was like,
God.
you have to watch it.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And then like talking with her about Smash with Win and everything. That's why I was so mad whenever like Win wasn't there. I'm like, what? I want to hear him sing.
Yeah, but it was fake Win.
Yeah.
Who do you think was the best fake accent person? For me, it was either Win or Iris. Iris was good.
Iris was really good. Iris was definitely on top of her game, but Win had the whole characteristic and like everything going for him. Like he's such a stage actor.
I tickle the keys, whatever. Right? I liked Win.
Okay. Okay, so here's 2 from Lover of Shishimi. They're both good questions, so I'm gonna do them both. They say, I know this is kind of a stupid Q&A to ask, but I'll ask it anyway. So here it goes. What do you think Team Arrow's reaction would be if they saw John's transformation? Team Arrow.
Eric said it earlier. He said that he really thought that Malcolm would hate seeing himself be like that.
Well,
like that's funny.
The question was John's transformation, not the musical.
Oh, just the Diggle thing?
Just Martian Manhunter.
You talking about, okay.
Yeah.
I thought of John Barrowman.
No, but that's probably a better question, honestly. Yeah, he would have
like,
hated
what would
that.
Team Arrow think of looking at John Barrowman's character and being like, what? I think that Oliver would just take it.
Oliver takes it stuff in
Diggle would do like they did in that like trailer crossover thing where he was just like,
yeah,
like he just was like, what is this? I'm not sure. I think that like Felicity and Curtis would just be question crazy.
Yeah,
you know, like they're very analytical and sciencey and stuff like that.
I don't know, like after. Like, yes, they were kind of shocked whenever they announced that Kara was alien in general. but then they accepted it.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
think that they are going to be already calloused
Like-
to the idea. Therefore, they're going to be like, oh, another alien.
Yeah, like they would be kind of like Snow.
Yeah.
When she came out and she's like, okay, guys, it was, oh, hi. There's, you know?
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of like that with some of them. Dig would be like, I know what? All right. And Dinah Drake.
Aw.
Dinah
I think she would probably flip the most because she didn't even know those aliens
Probably.
exist.
All right. Lover of Sashimi also said, another kind of silly random flash Q&A. Aaron, what would you do, or should I say, what would your reaction be, if you woke up in a world where Shane and Melanie were dating or married? I don't know if it's necessarily a Music Meister world. I think it's like when they're in Speed Force and Wally's watching his mom die over and over again. It's like that for Melanie. You gotta go save her. It's like you're in your own hell.
I gotta like take her place though.
Oh my god.
Like, Melanie, you gotta leave. You gotta leave, but someone's gotta stay.
I'll be back for you, Flash.
Then go get Calvin.
I thought that was a funny question. Woo, okay. Harshal. I hope they bring in a brooding Stephen Amell to sing You Have Failed This City on the next musical.
You have failed.
You have failed the city.
Turn it into a rap.
You have failed the city. You have failed the city.
You may feel a shiver when I reach for my quiver. I don't know.
You sound like the Joker from Dark Knight. You may feel a shiver from my quiver. The 16-bit couple, was the relationship fix too soon for you too?
In Supergirl, that's like literally true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt. Did I feel that way? Yes, because in Supergirl, I was like, wait, they just broke them up. They're breaking this up, and this happening.
Well, the thing I don't like is that it seemed like Supergirl and Mon-El, they were like, yeah, we're good, happy. Don't lie to me anymore. I crushed you with a mountain. And then like, Barry, how are you guys? He's like, oh, we'll see.
This is the
You know,
Flash's.
like-
It is the Flash episode though, so they needed a little more screen time, I guess. They got a whole new song. with
Yeah,
them.
I think I would have preferred like Kara and Mon-El to be like better.
Yeah.
And not just be like the lovey-dovey better, maybe. But just be like, we're okay. We're good. You know?
The only thing is I just don't feel like it was a lesson that had to be taught. It's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like both of the things that they learned in this magical world of musicals, like we were like screaming at the screen during those reactions. It was like, wait, but why? You know?
It's easy to see from outside though sometimes.
I suppose it is.
You know? That's why there's therapists and stuff for that kind of stuff, because they're like, well, you guys obviously you need to care about what she says. She needs to care about what you say. Well, like, well, no, duh. Well, wait, why don't we do that?
Like,
you know?
like, don't get me wrong, I understand that, but you're writing the show for an outsider to watch. So when a character is being irrational, it can just be very frustrating. But if we get a whole song about singing about that problem, it's not that big of a deal for me, I don't think. Josh says, we know that Aaron and Melanie were in the band.
We were.
But what instruments?
Well, name your like 4.
My primary one is flute, a little bit piccolo,
Trombone,
a little bit of clarinet, and saxophone jazz band.
I did saxophone. She thought she did saxophone.
Oh.
So are you saying like she's skilled in a lot but master of none? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying she used to blow a lot and now she stops.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you're checking out the poll. That's going to be at patreon.com. That button right over there. The poll is, what was your favorite song in this episode? Aaron, what was yours?
Mine was the trio, all of them together.
Melanie?
Super Friend.
Mine was Running Home to You.
Go vote now.
Now.
Button.
Fast, like the Flash.